Yes, people, what is good? It's your boy MK the Don. Oris Talks Football. Of course, we are back again, and today we have got a very exciting show for you today. Match reactions of the few games around the England today. Of course, Arsenal top of the league, but you know what? We're not gonna get into that yet. I know there's gonna be loads of salty fans. We're gonna get our guests in. Who's first? Surprise me, man. Like Elliot, another co-host. Big up yourself.
Yes.
How you doing, bro?
Yes, I'm doing very well at the moment. Very well.
Good man. Get another one in, bro. Another one in,
Yeah.
my guy. The Red. What are you saying, bro? How are you?
I'm fine. City lost, so great
lost
start
is
of
a
the
good day.
Saturday. Yeah. United winning tomorrow, so that will make the
Confidence.
weekend perfect. Yeah.
I like it. Confidence. Let's get another one in. Who we got now? James, the Tottenham fan, is here because they haven't lost. How are you, my brother?
Not too bad. How are you lot?
I'm good, man.
Sure you lot are buzzing right now.
I'm absolutely loving life, bro. I'm loving life. I've got an Arsenal top under here, but we're doing no heating. Don't need to switch the heating on, you know. Bills are out this world at the moment. Let's get another one in. Let's go. We've got the main man himself, another gooner of mine, bro. How are you doing, man?
Yeah, all good, son. All good. Can't really complain. We're 5 points clear. We've been brilliant this year. It's coming up roses.
It's lovely, isn't it? It's amazing.
Over here.
It's amazing. And I believe this is the last one, but certainly... No, it ain't. Oh, no. We've got JPT in the building as well. Chelsea fan, of course. How is Newcastle, bro? How is Joey Willock?
Unsurprised. Right now, I'm just enjoying a nice drive back. And it's... I mean, what else were we expecting? You saw my prediction. It almost came true.
Man, yeah. I know, even I tried to do okay and say that you guys would win. I had no hope in you anyway. But I think we've got another one in there as well. We've got AFC Flair, bro. How are you doing?
Yeah, man, buzzing with the result tonight. So happy. So
absolutely.
Big up for
We've got some comments as well. Hello, big up everyone. Huddlefields Town FC.
Big up Ryan.
Big up Ryan as always. We'll get straight into it. Where should we start? Should we do... Oh, right. We're getting straight into it. Right.
Okay.
Top we go. Wolverhampton Wanderers 0, Arsenal 2. Elliot, we're going to come to you, my role first.
Yes.
What are your thoughts?
Well, as much, clean sheet, 2-0, can't complain much, but it wasn't the most convincing win, I'll tell you that. Saliba had a bit of a tricky game today. I feel like he got exposed by the Wolves attackers. But obviously they didn't score because we're that good that they just can't score. But yeah, I'll see 5 points at the top before the World Cup. Insane. But honestly, deep down, I know that we probably still won't win the league, but that's not an issue because the main priority is top 4 this season. But yeah, great game again today. Odegaard on the score sheet twice. I mean, shame Jesus is still not getting a goal at the moment, but I'm sure he'll get there. Yeah, maybe a little bit of a World Cup can help him out and get him on the score sheet after the World Cup, perhaps. But yeah,
definitely. It is quite gutting that Jesus didn't get on the score sheet, but he was doing movement on that, so his movement's been good. But we've always said that with Jesus. Now he just needs to put the ball in the back of the net. We'll go to Flair, another Arsenal fan. Flair, bro, what did you think of the 2-0 victory?
Yeah, as Elliot said, it wasn't that convincing as a result. I think for me, Zinchenko is still struggling to settle in after his injury, and obviously he was good today. He was good running with the ball, but I think that he went forward way too much and got exposed to a fast player like Adama Traore and other players as well. So I think that definitely he needs to stay a little bit more into the central area of the pitch. But I think that he had a good performance and he was a contribution towards the first Odegaard goal. Odegaard for me, man of the match. I think the 2 goals definitely helped him get the man of the match. And although his all-around play was good, but for me, he wasn't really there for me, and he still needed a bit more fixing up. But his goals were very good today, and I think that we definitely deserved that win.
Yeah, he's definitely leading as a skipper. Obviously, he does 100%. That on the pitch. He shows that on the pitch rather than he's vocal. He does get vocal, actually. He does indeed. But Manny, what are your thoughts on it?
Well, what can I say? Who needs David Nugent as a goal thief when you have Martin Odegaard? I still don't know if, I mean, from the first angle which I saw it, I actually missed that first goal because, of the heavy rain where I am, because that ended up, completely mucking up my signal. I couldn't get anything, but I'd like to think that if Odegaard had been unselfish and let Saka get that, it still would have gone in. And that really, once again, was some terrific work by, down that left flank. I thought, Zinchenko and Martinelli were quite outstanding. It sort of begs the question. Zinchenko is clearly an outstanding attacking player, but his throw-ins left a lot to be desired. And I have to say that defensively, Mason, he's not the best. So when Xhaka went off with his problem, a lot of people were saying, why not use this as an opportunity to bring Kieran Tierney onto the pitch and put Zinchenko into that position where Xhaka vacated? Because my biggest fear was that since Fabio Vieira was being put into that position, I didn't know if he would slot in there. And he did struggle in that position when I think they played in the Carling Cup. But, everything worked out well. It's amazing. It's so uncanny. Every time we seem to have a moment of sloppiness, we don't get punished for it. And then for all of the frustration that we felt every time we'd go forth and they would defend, and that they also were able to come at us and very nearly score, I had the feeling that, one goal would be enough to effectively win, because they just looked so, every time they tried to do something, it wouldn't work and they'd be all the more demoralized. And of course, some 2 goals were enough. Now, before people go crazy about Odegaard, it must be noted that all his goals this season have been against teams who are either, newly promoted or currently at the bottom of the league. And some people are saying, so what if he scored 2 goals? He's got to do it against the bigger teams. And I think Flair sort of nailed it when he said sometimes he has to do a little bit more. I would say that he had a good game today, but to make him my man of the match, no. Because there were other people on that pitch who would be worthy of being man of the match. I thought Martinelli had another outstanding game. His running, really threw the team off balance. And the excellent work he did for the second goal, where he was able to smartly dispossess the Wolves defender who was trying to, get a throw in off him. I think that young defender who came on pretty much showed as an experience. He wasn't able to really get going, and I'd have him as my player of the match. I thought Saliba also did do well when it came to, preventing 1 goal scoring opportunity, but he did have a very hairy moment where he, inadvertently passed it to one of the Wolves attacking players who nearly had a chance to score. And, I wouldn't call this a satisfying win by any stretch of the imagination, but, we're riding our luck. We are getting lucky. We're getting wins. And at the end of the day, that probably is all that counts. Now, will we win the league? I think I'm sort of, moving towards it's too hard to say, because I'd like to think that despite City's loss today, they still will have an uncanny knack of being able to raise their game against some opponents like us, and certainly the bigger teams, although, their defeat to Liverpool would probably suggest otherwise. But, sometimes it's easy to say that sometimes you just feel it. When all of these lucky, fortunate moments seem to be going your way, when everything is just so aligned right now, you can't lose it from here. And yet, we've had situations where we've been on top even beyond Christmas and the New Year, and have still quite haven't been able to get through. So obviously for the fans and the managers, I believe the remit is top 4, and I have said it is Champions League or bust. So they should be able to get top 4 quite easily, even if they won't win the Europa League. But I might not necessarily be liking what I'm seeing on the field, but I do like the results. I do like the points. Beggars and borrowers can't be choosers. Don't look your choices in their mouths.
Yeah, I totally agree with what you're saying now. I definitely feel like we're riding our luck a little bit, but we're getting the 3 points, and that's the most important thing. A clean sheet today as well. And also, I've got to say this. I've got to big up Gabriel today as well. He was very good today in defence. Blocked after Saliba made that pass, as you spoke on, Manny. Gabriel was the actual one who got the block on. I don't know whether, I think it was going wide anyway. From the angle I was watching it at, it looked like it was going wide anyway. But you never know in them situations. I'm a goalkeeper myself. I want my defenders to block it, no matter how much danger it is.
I agree.
You know what I mean?
I agree completely.
But
I used to
also,
be a goalkeeper myself, mate, but when I stopped growing, I had to stop playing. 5'9" is too short, you see.
see, I kept on rising. I got past the defender stage, and they were like, "Right, you're 6'8", right, get in goal." And I've been there ever since. But Ollie, you've joined. Hello, mate. How are you?
Yeah, I mean, I was just watching telly, and then obviously I saw you guys stream, so I thought I'll hop on BA and me. Yeah, good win. I'll get on to it in a bit.
The Arsenal win, mate.
Yeah, mate. I'm going to break the silence. I know people have been worried about me. I've been a bit quiet or whatever, but I'm better now. I'm on the phone instead of the laptop because I can't be asked to get on the laptop. I'll probably go to bed after this. But no, good win. I was in the pub for a bit, watched it in the pub, saw the Odegaard goal. Came back. I missed the second goal? I think it was good. I'm not sure. My dad saw it. But no, good win. Odegaard on fire. I've got him in my fantasy team now because I didn't have him. And as Gabriel doing well there as well. I actually transferred him in this week, and I played him, so he got me 5 points. That's good. So no, yeah, I'm happy with the team. 5 points clear now, going through. You know, rival fans make another 2 months, and we're tops. Yeah, it's good to be toppers, and obviously, you know, Man City losing today as well. You know, I mean, Tottenham, yeah, it would have been nice to see them lose, but they did get a good comeback. So something for Hammers to be happy about. But no, I mean, Hanno in the mud, man. Happy birthday, but not a good result for you guys. But no, I mean, good win. Odegaard, man of the match. Manny, I totally disagree with you. You got to give a guy who scores 2 goals and wins the game a man of the match. And we also kept a clean sheet, so you can look at people like Ramsdale, Saliba, Gabriel, and Zinchenko. It's good to have Zinchenko back as well with the injuries he's been having. He's been good. He did well. Gabriel Jesus, obviously, he looked like he was going to score, but he didn't score much. He didn't score at all, but he's more. The commentator, I got a bit annoyed with the commentator, but he did say, or he scores more goals for Brazil than Arsenal, which is true because Brazil are a good team and he probably starts and he has a better team around him. I think the problem with this, well, Gabriel Jesus doesn't get the goals, but other people are getting the goals for him. Another thing I was worried about as well, when Xhaka came off early, I didn't know whether it was an injury or I don't know, but Fabio Vieira made a good impact. That he had made an impact in the goal. And Wolves are just proving that they're bottom and we're top because I hate all these fans yesterday, or I think it was yesterday, about saying, oh, we're too salty after getting knocked out of the cup. Well, I think getting knocked out of the cup was a good thing because we weren't going to win the Carabao Cup. We're still in the FA Cup, which we'll hopefully win. We're still in the Europa League, which we can hopefully win and secure Champions League. And we're on track to win in the league. Obviously, I know it's a bit... We're definitely title contenders because we're top of the league. We're 5 points clear. But a lot of players fans are saying, don't get too overhyped. So... yeah, I mean, I'm happy, and by the way, I'm not drunk. I'm on the side. This is my first one tonight, so I'm not drunk. I'm just drinking. So this is Wolves fans.
Just drink up, Wolves fans. Cheers.
Down my throat, mate.
Drink up those.
Down my throat.
Well. I'm sure.
And this is also cheers to all the Chelsea fans as well tonight. Cheers to you guys. But no, good win for us, top of the league. 5 points clear. And my boy,
before we come to
have a drink for birthday boy. Have a drink for birthday boy. Hanno.
Yeah.
Before we come to the neutrals, Oris, how you doing, my bro?
All good. Obviously, yeah, man. Obviously, Arsenal got the win. I love this is the Oli that we missed, man. This is the energy that we missed.
Yeah.
Listen, obviously, I'm back. Well. Back here, but obviously I won't be hosting for a few streams. I think I've said it before. Anyway.
MK, when are you starting your channel?
Once we reach probably about 50 subscribers, mate.
So how many at the moment? Like it's 14 now, isn't it?
I think it's 16.
All right, I'll promote your channel after the stream, so I'll get the link,
bro.
Yeah.
My thoughts. Right. I'll just quickly get my thoughts before we go on to the so-called neutrals. Obviously, JPT, please do not shred Arsenal, please.
Yes, you know I'm gonna tell the truth. You know I'm gonna be honest. That's all
I know, mate.
I'm just getting the right mindset right now.
Yeah, the thing is with us, right? I think the first half I was actually fuming. I walked away from that first half thinking, bloody hell, we probably should have been down. I do agree with what the commentary team was saying about the penalty that should have been given for Wolves. I don't know whether anyone recalls that. It was early. I think it was towards near the end of the first half. Gabriel, I think it was Gabriel anyway. But I don't know what it was. But someone almost gave away a penalty, but we were lucky. Got off with that one.
That was Gabriel, wasn't it? I think the ref was very
Gabriel?
racist. They were very racist today. He gave Partey a yellow card and Gabriel, which is very racist.
Hang on a minute.
Oh my god!
Hey,
Hang on a
what's
minute.
wrong with you, son? That's going too far.
Close enough.
I mean, listen, if you're watching the
Clip
stream right
this,
now,
clip
he's
this and put
booking
it up
for
on the
slandering.
Clip Channel Flair.
Mind
man.
that.
That could help you guys out.
When
Yeah, he's
Ollie
off tonight,
when
mate.
Ollie goes
Ollie,
down for
Ollie,
2
you're
minutes,
definitely
he
drunk,
goes
man.
free,
Ollie,
man.
you've had
Bloody
that's
hell.
not
Ollie,
your
mate,
first
you look
cider.
calm.
I'm not drunk.
I have to be back.
You've had five. You've had
Let's
five
settle this
ciders.
down. Let's settle this down. But yeah,
Stop here, Ollie. Stop
in
lying.
my opinion, it wasn't great. But we stepped it up and we ended up getting the win. And it wasn't a convincing victory, in my opinion. It wasn't the best, but the most important thing is that the 3 points and Ollie is drunk.
I'm not drunk.
The eyes are red.
We're going to get onto some of the neutrals. My brother who's next to me this side, the Man United fan, bro. Please don't be biased. Please don't be biased. I know you don't like us, but what is your thoughts on Wolverhampton Wanderers versus Arsenal?
Come on, Fulham.
Listen, obviously, when it comes to Arsenal, I give my honest thoughts. It's a nice, great win. It's a great win for you guys. Obviously, 5 points above the small club in Manchester City. So, listen, big win for you guys.
I thought you were playing tomorrow.
Yeah, we're playing tomorrow. Yeah.
Yeah, you said the small club in Manchester.
Yeah,
I thought you
Manchester
were
City,
playing
yeah.
tomorrow.
Yes, Frederick, get the beers on. Come on.
Listen,
Frederick, you got beer in your
I
ass.
think Arsenal going to win the league this season. I think
Yes, come on, the rest.
I think there's a belief in the side.
Yes, we're going to win it. We're going to win the league. We're going to win the league. Come on, Arsenal.
He's trying to jinx us, bro. This is just him trying to jinx us. This is all it is.
Listen.
This is all it is.
It could be the mind games, but listen, Arsenal, man, stop shaking your head. You're 5 points above City. Take that in.
But remember, remember Liverpool were like so many points behind them, and they still managed to win the league or some shit.
By the way, can people mute their mics? Because I can hear
they're
cracking.
crackling, man.
Yeah, mute your mic, lads.
Yeah. As I said, Arsenal are looking good. Great win, obviously. Ollie's happy because his boy Odegaard scored 2 goals. And yeah, playing. Listen, Wolverhampton. I thought obviously the manager bounced. Obviously they got Lopetegui. I thought obviously what happened to you now last week maybe could happen to Arsenal, but nah, man, Arsenal different side, man. Yeah, I mean, super Mick Arteta's Red Army wins again. Manny, do you think Arsenal are tied to contenders?
I would say that we are.
Manny, you are Arteta in now. You are Arteta in.
No, I am not Arteta.
Oh!
Neither am I, mate.
No, Manny! You let me down!
I'm not Arteta.
I'm not Arteta, and I've already don't worry.
Judgment until
Right,
Don't worry,
So
man.
who would you rather
Ollie.
see then? If Arteta's not there,
Ollie.
who's there? Who's there then?
They got Ollie on a
Ollie,
social,
Ollie,
mate.
All right, first of all, Ollie, no more alcohol for you. You've had enough. And here's the thing: I was before you came on, Ollie. I was saying to Mason that this is the season where a lot of the pivotal moments, the fortunate moments, are going our way. And sometimes when those things go against you, it's a positive omen. But listen, we should challenge for the title now that we are 5 points ahead, but we also have to take things seriously in January. We've got to spend more. And as Mason reminded me, we don't have that much dosh to splash. So, we need to take this seriously. If we're not going to take this seriously, nobody should take us seriously. I think on that we can all agree. But we should contend now. We should start fighting and start.
Come on, Manny.
Believing that
That's
we can
what
do
I'd say.
that. But having said that, we've also got to accept that we need to play a lot better in certain cases. Even you need to accept, Ollie, that there were moments of sloppiness today, and we need to
there were.
cut them
Yeah.
out. We still have to play Manchester City home and away. We've got to play Newcastle home and away. We've got to play Brighton.
Manny, we'll
Albion
win
home
those
and
games.
away.
Don't worry, we'll win those games. Arteta
Right,
masterclass.
Even if you don't win,
get Ollie.
for me,
Never
you can
allow
pick up
Ollie
4 and
ever
still be
again
okay.
For
to have
me,
siders.
the way I look at it, obviously you're 5 points above City. The owners will probably look at their perspective like, do we really need anyone in January? That's their perspective. Do we need any signings in January? But for me, I still think you guys need more signings.
Even Mikel has actually come out.
Yeah, in January we'll get people arrested. After the World Cup, Arteta will sign players.
Who's your sources?
It's not.
Me.
It's not even if Arteta probably definitely wants to sign the players. It's if Kroenke actually gives him the cash.
Yeah, but also what I don't want to see in January is get rid of all the players. We need to sign players, not get rid of players. I would like to get players back from loan as well.
Get rid of Nketiah.
We can do that. Yeah, get rid of Nketiah, get a good striker as well, maybe.
Eddie.
No, there's no way that you can have a backup for Jesus and Nketiah. How can you have Nketiah as your backup striker?
Don't even get me into that. We're not on this. We're not on that. No. I can't. Right, we'll get on to the other Man United fan to the right of me. Oh, wait, to the right of me. Wait, what? To the right?
Mate.
Wait.
That way.
That way.
Wait.
What
You
the hell? That way, yes.
That way. That way.
Yeah, that was
like, what the hell is going on, man? What's your thoughts on the game, bro?
I think it's ended up being a deserved win. I think at the first half, Wolves could have got a penalty, but it's with the VAR. The VAR said that if it's a clear and obvious mistake, it should be taken. It was not clear and obvious, but in the end, that's the discussion with VAR. What's clear and obvious? For me, that was not clear and obvious, but I do think they should change the rule, but that's no discussion. So for me, the correct
Who's
decision...
Mike's that? Sorry, bro, hold on.
I think it's Hammers. I see that. I think it's Hammers, Mike.
Sorry, bro, carry on.
It's probably someone who isn't speaking's Mike.
I think it's could be JPT, but carry on.
No, what I said was I think it was correct not to give a penalty with the rules how it is today, because it wasn't a clear and obvious mistake by the ref to not give the penalty, because I did not see it was a penalty before I saw the replay. But again, that's another discussion. So a correct decision in my opinion. And in the second half, Arsenal was the better team and added well.
Is Frederick a VAR in disguise?
VAR.
No,
you like saying,
like
it wasn't a penalty. It wasn't a penalty.
No, it's cool if he doesn't. Yeah, to be honest, I do agree. I think the replays. When I watched the replays, it weren't a clear and obvious decision. I can see what Frederick is actually saying there. Carry on, bro.
No, but the second half, Arsenal were the better team and deserved to win it. So it was the game of two halves. The first half were quite even, and the second half, Arsenal were the better team, and so all in all, they did deserve the win. And like I said earlier, my man of the match, Martin Ødegaard, my fellow Norwegian, did a good game.
Norwegian boy.
My Norwegian boy.
Best Norwegian guy in the Premier League.
Come on. Well said,
come on, Frederick. That's what I'd like to hear from a rival fan.
Frederick, I like that.
Facts.
I like that.
So, but all in all, it's two teams in the Premier League that can lead the Premier League until January and not win the league. That's Arsenal and Liverpool. So you can lead the league now, and City can keep on going down. And
I think the Premier League should just end the league now, and we'll win the league.
The thing is, I actually feel confident. If City come to the Emirates, I actually feel confident.
I feel confident.
Frederick, the famous quote, eras come to an end. Remember that quote, Frederick?
Yeah.
People are laughing at Eric. Actually, I don't know why I'm talking about Man United, but listen, eras do come to an end.
We'll talk about them tomorrow, Rest.
Don't worry. We'll talk about when Martial does a brace against Fulham. But listen,
Mitrovic
was right. Eras come to an end.
Andreas to score a hat-trick.
If you look at Liverpool, right now, they beat Southampton, but their era is slowly to come to an end. City will come to an end. It will come to an end. Maybe not the
start of an era for Arsenal.
Do you think that this is a new era? Being a neutral on this, do you actually think that this is a new start for Arsenal? As in, do you think they're going to overtake City, maybe? Not with the oil money, of course.
You're asking that to me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I think you will overtake C, man. I think. Listen, Arteta, man, he's 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 been spot on this season, man. If you look at his substitutions wise, you can maybe call him out on
Yeah,
that.
I'd get at him for some of his substitutions. Like today, as Manny actually said earlier on it, the way that when Xhaka, hopefully Xhaka will get better before the World Cup. They are in the World Cup, yeah, they are. Hopefully he'll get better. But as you were saying, Manny, legit, like why didn't then he go,
They should
right,
have saved
Xhaka's
him.
come off, right, put KT on, left back, Zinchenko, central midfielder, because Zinchenko is so attackive. And Kieran Tierney, and me and you absolutely love him. Like, honestly, he needs to play more, and that's why I keep on going. My one criticism with Mikel is he's not giving the players who are really, really good, like Kieran
Tommy
Tierney, a chance. Hardly,
and Tomiyasu.
you know, and Tomiyasu as well.
Isn't he injured though? To me?
I think.
Well, he wasn't available anyway.
I think he's injured.
Yeah, I believe Tommy's injured,
man.
but
Ollie,
obviously
do you want to
pick
shout
up
your channel
Luka.
before you go?
Yeah. So yeah, I know it was a brief appearance, but thanks for having me on. So obviously on YouTube, I'm over 1K now. You can find me on Decent Care. I know it's been almost 2 weeks. I will get a stream out soon, and I'll hopefully get a load of guests on that one. And then obviously on Instagram, Ollie.Sinclair556 is where you can find me personally. I've started uploading again as well. I've done stories and stuff like that. So I will be back on Instagram as well. And then my fan page, if you want to find a non-personal account, is Aaron Ramsdale fan page 1. That's my fan page about Aaron Ramsdale. We'll also be posting back on there soon as well. If you want to find me on TikTok, OllieZep556. And for personal ones like Xbox and PlayStation, obviously DM me for that because I don't want to say that publicly. But no, big up Arrest Talks Football and the panel for having me on. Obviously, good friend for the Gunners today, so hopefully we keep that up. And yeah, World Cup incoming soon. Looking forward for content for that. And as I said, YouTube video or stream will be out soon. I did see Sigrid recently, so I might upload videos from that or a stream coming soon. But no, big up family. I do have to go now, probably off the bed now. My mum keeps talking, so I have to go to bed.
No,
it's been giggles, it's been laughter. Big up.
Big up Ollie, the drunk.
Big up Ollie's mum.
Honestly, what a pleasure. An absolute pleasure to have the drunk Ollie on here. So let's move on from Arsenal because I could actually talk about Arsenal all day. Let's move on. Oh, do we really have to do these mugs? I was just going to skip these lot.
Actually, you know what?
James, we'll come to you first. 4-3, bro. What are your thoughts on Tottenham versus Leeds, the bottle jobs Leeds? What's going on, man? I didn't watch this game.
Fuck me, man. This was a stressful game, man. Well, where to start? First of all, yeah, Dyer, Emerson today. I mean, Emerson pretty much every game, yeah, but them, man, today were just... that is a liability at this point, honestly. Yeah, I don't know how Emerson got his Brazilian identity. He definitely stole it from. He's definitely Puerto Rican or some shit like that. But I refuse to believe that man's Brazilian. Yeah, but as for performance, bro, I'm so glad we got Kulusevski after his long injury, man. He's really been changing these games, since pretty much his last couple of games, man. We've missed him severely. Obviously Bentancur, 10 out of 10, came in clutch, man, with those two winning goals again. He's been probably our main man recently. Yeah, obviously conceding 3 goals to Leeds, honestly, is just it's a joke, really. We're just making shit way harder than it needs to be. But I like that we're actually showing good resilience and stuff. But yeah. Obviously, yeah, with the whole thing with Conte, if all I'm gonna say about Conte, yeah, obviously I'm not a Conte out or anything like that, yeah, but mate, the fact he starts the fact he starts Emerson every game, yeah, that's 10 secondable offences. I'm just saying, yeah. So mate,
to be honest, with Tottenham, personally, they seem to want to get games back this season. They seem to go down behind. Obviously, they didn't do that in the last couple of games, but they seem to go down behind and then obviously try and get back, and then they end up getting the victory. They've done it against Marseille, didn't they?
Yeah.
They're doing it against them. To be honest, they are so jammy. It's mad. I thought Leeds would have had this, but I didn't watch it. Obviously, I had commitments today throughout. But yeah, do you reckon top four's still on for you lot? Are you in top four? You are, aren't you?
Yeah, we're fourth.
Yeah.
Just about like a couple points behind Newcastle. But yeah, I think top four is definitely possible, but we need to do some serious work in January.
Yeah.
And do you think you will? Do you think you will?
Yeah. Do you actually think you will? Or
Generally, like it's like last season, like it's hard to tell, to be honest. But I think it's possible. I think we'll get at least fourth or something like that. What else was I gonna say? So actually, yeah, that's pretty much it.
we'll just have a look through the comments because I know there's been loads of comments. Big up everyone who's been putting the comments in. Huddersfield Fan TV, the Wolves manager isn't in the dugout. Or he starts work on Monday. He looked like he was fuming. Big up Luke IFC. Big up. Big up Football Flair. Barcelona fan, am I wrong?
Yeah.
Yeah, Barcelona fan. Big up Barca. Hopefully he can slap Man United in Feb. But yeah, we'll come on to the neutral, starting with Mr. Elliott. What are your thoughts on Tottenham versus Leeds, man?
Yeah, obviously a bit disappointed in Leeds that they didn't keep, didn't they keep going forward as well? I swear they keep getting the lead, and then Tottenham just kept coming back, and eventually they got the win. So, but they're still I don't know how far behind us, but they're still quite far behind us. So they're not a threat to us at the moment.
They're still.
As long as we keep our results up, then I'm sure they'll stay that way. But if we drop points, then they'll become a threat, Tottenham. So.
Is St. Tottenham's Day coming back?
I really hope so, and I think this season it could. Manny doesn't
I've done that on purpose. I've done that on purpose for Manny's reaction. Manny, is St. Tottenham's Day coming back?
If I never see another St. Tottenham's Day celebration again, Mason, it will be too stinking soon.
Oh, St. Tottenham's
And I don't know if I've told you this, but a lot of us Arsenal fans might remember the last day at Highbury in 2006 where we had to depend on the goodwill of our dear friends at West Ham who beat Spurs 2-1. And that was the day, of course, that Spurs got a bad case of food poisoning. Also as a subplot, that vile creature Edward Sheringham had the gall to miss a penalty for West Ham because he didn't want to harm his former club. Tottenham, as you might remember, I think they needed to draw or something to secure
I think it was a point they needed. Yeah, I think it's like.
But
I used to take those St. Tottenham's days like as a little touch.
Yeah,
of salt
but mind you, Mason, that was when it began because when we found out they lost, and when the fans found out they lost, I believe the announcer, trying to be cheeky, said that we should, on this special day, we must now take a moment to thank our dear friends at West Ham, and everybody started singing. I'm forever blowing bubbles, pretty bubbles in the air. It was pathetic. And I think that was the day that St. Tottenham's Day was born because the fans started to realize themselves, you know what? Even if we can't win the league or win any major trophies, at least finishing ahead of Tottenham every season should give us satisfaction. And I kept telling myself, you idiots, this is one thing which will bite us in the arse someday in the future. And when it does, it will be so painful, you won't be able to tolerate the pain. And ever since that day ended, they've never finished below us. So why the hell should we be content with just finishing above Tottenham?
No,
I realise that maybe finishing above Tottenham could, come with the added prize of Champions League football. But still, as fans, we've got to improve our standards. Seriously, we cannot be satisfied.
No, we do. And that was purely because the other night I remember in the back when we were chatting about St. Tottenham's Day, me and you were saying how bad it was. And I just thought I'd mention that.
Hammers
been to get a clip.
Maybe. Big up Hammers. He's got to go. Yeah, big up.
Big up Hammers, obviously Tottenham fan. Big up your goddamn self. Right. Yeah, obviously, there's no more Tottenham fans. We'll come to Fiat. Oh, we're going straight on to Newcastle.
Wait. Oh, let's get the neutral.
No. Screw Tottenham. Does anyone really want to talk about Tottenham?
No.
Manny, do you want to talk about Tottenham?
What I will say is, look, they also are having some really hairy moments, but this is also another moment of good fortune where they were able to pull out a win. I mean, also, I believe they also pulled out a 2-1 win with another late goal. I don't remember who was the opposition then, but, we also have to play them at White Hart Lane, and who knows what could happen then. I mean, of course, if they do start with Emerson Royale, that would be good. But then if either Højbjerg or Bentancur pops up with a late goal and, bursts our bubble, what would happen? So, yeah, this is another
It'll be a
reminder. We
painful
haven't
day.
even gone halfway. We haven't even gone halfway through the season yet. 14 games. We're doing well so far, but 24 games are left. People, let's have some perspective, yeah?
We have to, because also we need to also win something, man. I'm sick of not winning. I think I know it's been since 2020 the last trophy we won. 2020. So I want to win something again, man. I need that taste of silverware. I'm used to Arsenal's glory days back then, and then it's just sort of become a little bit dry. I want a league title. I want the Champions League. I want to be competing in these sort of things. Europa League this year. I've said it before. I'll say it again. This is the last time we are going to be in Europa League for a while. Let me tell you that. Hopefully forever. I don't want to see Europa League again in my life.
Your lips to the Almighty's ears.
All the mighties, please, just don't give us Europa League again, man. But yeah, let's get rid of these mugs. I can't be bothered to talk about them. We'll get into the good one. Obviously, JPT, are you still here, my brother?
Yeah, I was waiting for something to say for the other ones, but I was like, okay, I guess I'm not going to come to me until this portion, but all right.
I had to just skip Tottenham because they won. If they would have lost, then
I was like, I got something to say about the Arsenal game. Never mind then.
Oh God, man, I didn't even realize, bro. What do you want to say about the Arsenal game?
Well, it's passing now. That was weeks ago. I don't know what you're talking about now. It's all good. Man, I mean, I'll just say this: if I want any, is there any Chelsea fans in the chat? Tell me, did you really think there was going to be a different surprise or result? Like, where did you think the goals were coming from? Whoever predicted us scoring at all, you didn't have to say we were winning, but guys, who said 2-1? Chelsea. Yeah, where was that goal coming from? I told you.
I just done it, so I had a feeling like basically reverse psychology. You know what Manny's been doing with Arsenal, saying if we draw, obviously, then we win. Obviously, that's out of the question now because we won. We predicted 3-0 last night. We won. Not that. Was it last night? Yeah, last night. With this JPT, my thoughts was, as Chelsea fans were being so negative last night, I thought, you know what, I'd just give you guys a little bit of a moment, and I'll just predict your team to win, and I'd predict Aubameyang to score.
People take it as negativity. It's just realistic.
It's facts, yeah. I think Graham Potter needs to be given a lot of time, but I don't think Chelsea fans will actually give him this time. So I reckon he could be out by the end of the season.
But then we're back to square one, and that's the thing I don't get. Like, you already want to give a manager, like, to sack him after what, 2 months?
Yeah,
2 months.
I think the thing is, I think with Chelsea, I think your fans are also in the same way as you're used to just getting rid of managers. If they're not doing well, you just sack them. You know?
But then Tuchel was doing well, and I don't quite understand that.
Yeah, but then Tuchel obviously went down, and then obviously he got sacked. It's a results game for Chelsea.
That wasn't because,
you know.
Sorry, that wasn't because of it was his fault. It was him and
Abramovich and the owners and stuff like that.
Yeah, he didn't. Him and Bowley did not get along. They weren't on the same page. So he said, "Fine, ask the boss to get rid of you. I don't care what." Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But now he's got. But we have to give him at least time. Like, give him like 2 years. Give him a few windows. Let's see what he can do when he brings his players. If it's
do what
the same,
Arsenal
fine,
did
fair enough.
with Mikel, because we gave him time.
Or Klopp, or how long did Pep take? No, he didn't.
6 years.
Since 2017, and he's only started to show up for the last 3 years.
Yeah. So he's took
it's so. But again, it's the spoiled side, the reminiscent side of the Roman era, where we're so used to winning that they don't. This is like their initial reaction. This is why I don't listen to that.
Would you say Potter's like an experienced manager?
No.
Compared to what we're dealing with in the EPL, no. I mean, but he's still promising. I mean, like I said, there were talks about him being the England manager. So it's like it's you tell me that he's too inexperienced to
I want
coach his
Tuchel.
team,
I
but
want
to
Thomas
do
Tuchel next for England.
Yep, I want
I want
to.
Thomas. Yeah, man.
he wouldn't use Maguire. I'll tell you that he will not call up Maguire again.
Good. I'm
Yeah,
happy.
Tuchel.
Dyer too.
I'll be
Dyer
well
too.
happy if let's not talk England because obviously we've got upcoming episodes for them for the World Cup. But I want Thomas. That's my prerogative on the England thing. I'd take him at Arsenal if Mikel gets sacked as well. To be fair with you, I would take him. Honestly, he's got a game plan in there, and obviously him and Bowley fell out, hence why Bowley gave him a sack. Now that he's obviously got Graham Potter. Graham Potter's probably now thinking, I'm struggling. This could end up bad. Go on, Manny.
If I can just say something, I think JPT, you and other Chelsea fans might agree with me on this. I was reminded of a quote which Potter made sometime around about the Chelsea Arsenal game, where he said that he wanted to look to copy Arteta's model. I don't know if I discussed this on an earlier stream on this channel. I don't know if I have. So if I have, I do apologize, but I would like to bring this up again. And for me, I'm sorry. What?
Go for it.
Yeah. I'm sorry, but that's not good on Potter's part because, you know, if you are sort of brought into a side like Chelsea, and people and an owner believes in you and wants you to come there, for you to based on your success, for you to say that Chelsea should consider copying the model of one of your rivals. I'm sorry, but that really isn't good because that is, in many ways, a damning indictment on the state of your own club and the state of your own ability as a manager. I take the point that, of course, Chelsea have had so many injuries and have pretty much been fielding patched-up teams in recent weeks. But for Potter to say that, it's just awful, and it's sort of a fact of life. The way you do your work, the way you manage your team has got to be your own way. You cannot even consider trying to copy a style of someone else's. And it's one thing, in Arteta's case, to be a protege of Pep for several years and then, end up breaking out and trying to do your own thing. But to actually copy a certain model, and of course, Arteta's brought Jesus and Zinchenko to Arsenal. To explicitly say that you'd like to copy someone else's model and try and pass it off as your own, no, I can't abide by that. And when I heard him say that, I told myself, this guy will never ever be an elite manager. It's one thing to say that you can learn from another team, but to copy another model, it's just terrible. And I think that shows that he will never truly be cut out for any of the big.
Who's making that noise?
Whose noise is that?
Someone's outside. Like someone's.
I think it's JPT because it's the morning for his son, I think.
Yeah.
It's nighttime, but like I'm outside, but it's nighttime. It's just my dogs running around. I'm just probably just leave, so I'm stepping on.
Yeah, he's in Virginia, so he also uses EST, Eastern Time, which is I think 5 hours behind GMT, so it is evening for him. Yeah.
Yeah, it is dark out here.
So
but I'll mute it.
Exactly. So, I mean, that sort of proves to me that he will never truly be one of those really elite managers who will be coveted by the big teams. And I think Ryan's just put something there in the chat. He doesn't seem to have any real ideas.
Yeah,
it does seem to be suited for these smaller mid-table or even lower table teams who will try to punch above their weight, maybe pull off a few shock results. And that's pretty much it. And it seems clear that instead of taking that risk and trying to go into the unknown to make himself feel more alive, as Tennyson would say, a bird in the hand is always worth two in the bush, and he probably would have been better off staying at Brighton, trying to help them rise a little bit higher, and maybe themselves, can try and challenge for a place in Europe. And especially with the politicking going on at Chelsea, I don't think any manager would now even want to consider going over there with that huge turnover of managers if you aren't good enough. I mean, if it's not VS Boas, it's Di Matteo. If it's not Di Matteo, it's so it'll be some other manager. It could be Rafael Benitez. It could be Frank Lampard. It could be someone else. And you just don't get to have that long shelf life, which gives you that secure environment from where you can truly grow as a manager. So I'm sorry, I don't see a really bright future with Graham Potter unless he uses this World Cup break to look inside himself and look at his tactics and say, you know what, we need to do better. And certainly the planning of Chelsea this season has been just awful. And I think this season could very well be a write-off. I wouldn't put it beyond them to have a run deep into the last stages of the Champions League, but as we saw with Unai Emery's Villarreal, that won't be enough to salvage your season if you don't win the whole thing.
No, I totally agree with you there. Thing is with me, obviously, it just proves if Graham Potter's trying to nick or trying to get Arteta's ideas or try and do the same sort of thing Arteta's doing, it just proves that Chelsea Stamford Bridge is really our training ground. That's my opinion of it. But
Wait, so you're saying that no big manager would come because of how the short lifespan of managers happened at Chelsea, or with the new regime of Bowley? Just to clarify.
I think it'll be more Bowley because, as well as also what happened with your other owner as well, he used to sack managers for fun as well. I just think that's the way Chelsea are.
But they still came though. That's the thing. They still came. Like,
that's what I mean.
Also, like, why do managers come if they know they're not going to last long? But the thing is, they still come. So
they'll come
they're
for the
coming
paycheck,
more for the name and the paycheck too. So it's
the thing is, Graham Potter's on a 5-year deal. Is that right? Graham Potter's on a 5-year deal.
Is he really going to survive the whole 5 years? Do you really think?
Yeah, so he's on a 5-year deal, but then
he's going to get 2 or 3 of that at least.
The thing is with Bowley, I don't know whether he knew when he was buying Chelsea what it's going to be actually to run a football club like here in the UK. I don't think he actually really understood that. Hence, he was trying to play the 4-4-3, if you know what I mean. 4-4, yeah, 4-4.
And apparently,
4-4-3.
he wants to change the club name to London Cowboys as well.
He wants to change the London Cowboys.
And you know that's not true. I love how the fake media keeps coming with sports news.
Nah, it is true, man. Come on, LA Lakers.
He didn't say. You also quoted that Maguire was a sure thing for Chelsea. And what did I tell you? Just because it was from The Guardian, it didn't mean anything.
Oh, The Guardian's rubbish, man. The Guardian's rubbish.
You guys were praising The Guardian. Hey, I'm just saying how it was.
Who was praising?
Oh, you were praising The Guardian when they were like, "Oh, see, I told you The Guardian is a credible." You were saying a credible source.
No,
The Guardian for Maguire.
Tuchel wanted Maguire.
You said it was a sure deal that it was not like it was done. I told you it wasn't. It was
Listen,
just
from my sources, yeah, Maguire will be gone next summer. That's my source, isn't it? Maguire,
which is good. He's not done with England, done with United, done with EPL. That guy is gone. He's trash. I don't know why he's taking so long to notice that.
Look at this comment.
We'll just read a comment here. Pardon? What'd you say?
Read out the comment.
Yeah, sorry. They come for the big paychecks if they get sacked. Yeah, I totally agree, Ryan. That's legit. Exactly what I was saying, bro. They do just come for the big paychecks. If they get sacked, then that's just money. Same with Aubameyang. Nothing personal. He come for the paycheck. Obama blood.
Whatever it does.
To be fair, Mason. To be fair, I mean, look, he had an opportunity to join a Premiership club, come back to London.
Yeah, I know.
They're playing in the Champions League.
I wouldn't put it past. To be honest, I do think it was more to it than I think his wife had a part to play in coming back to London as well.
Exactly.
But big up Aubameyang every time. Obviously, no hard feelings in that. Won us the FA Cup, got a tattoo of us. No, nothing personal, of course, as he said.
Let him see out the season, and then he'll decide to move if he isn't happy.
I reckon it could be the case that he'll finish this season and go maybe back to Germany or something, maybe back to Dortmund, his old stomping grounds. You never know. But we'll get on to some of the neutrals before we move on. Elliot, man, what is your thoughts on this game? Obviously, Chelsea, Newcastle really contending us for top 4 now.
Yeah, man, it's crazy. I think Newcastle can get top 4 this season. Obviously they've got the money, they've got the backing, and Eddie Howe's also a great manager. So, I can definitely see him getting top 4 this season. But yeah, as for Chelsea fans, they're probably quite disappointed, but also not surprised as Newcastle, they're doing pretty well this season anyway. And Chelsea just haven't had a good season at all. So, but
I'm the only one who predicted a Chelsea win.
Oh, the beard's gone now. Oh.
Oh yeah,
Hi, I thought you. Elliot, man. The beard's gone.
All gone. Just shaven. Nice and clean.
Flair, you can clip this one up as well. We'll have a little clip about the beard.
Yeah,
beard
yeah,
gone. You can have it.
Pause. Not down there. But
Pause,
yeah, anyway.
pause. On his face, man. Pause.
Yeah, no.
Ain't we going for no man's beard?
What just happened?
But yeah, obviously Chelsea have fallen. Oh man,
Great, man.
too funny, bro.
Yeah,
We'll come on to both the United fans, man. Right, United fans, what are your thoughts on this one? We'll start with Boris, man. What are your thoughts? Newcastle 1, Chelsea 0, man.
Yeah.
What's going on?
I just want to ask the question to JPT, man. Listen, I know one player in particular that a YouTuber flipping rates him, obviously minerals Mount. For me, we need
Hey, I
Chelsea
told
fans.
you that's the M word.
Was Loftus bum cheek in there today?
Loftus.
Yeah, he got injured.
Oh,
he got back.
really?
Yeah, he
Wait,
got
is
injured.
he in
I
the
forgot
World
who he-
Cup squad? He's not, is he?
Is he? I
He better
don't think
not be.
so. No.
Bum cheek.
There's
Loftus,
no
no,
way.
no. Mount is though.
He ain't in he. I heard
Mount
Madison got in. I'm well happy about that. Mads.
Madison
But
got
he
in.
picked up an
I
injury
know Mads
today.
got in.
But he's fine now. He's
Yeah,
fine.
He's
Rogers
fine.
tweeted.
Is he going?
Yeah,
Oh,
Rogers.
thank God.
It was precaution. Precaution. Yeah.
Okay, because I was if he got hurt, at least that gives a reason for Tony to get called up.
Yeah, I think
We'll save Tony for later, but
I would love Tony to be in that World Cup squad. But yeah, we're not going to get onto that right now.
Newcastle, obviously, that's the good, man. Obviously, top 4 for me, I think, is just consistency for Newcastle. But you never know, man. They are definitely contenders for it. But yeah, we'll see what happens.
Do you think they're overachieving for what sort of squad they've got at the moment?
They can finish top 4 comfortably.
I think,
Like top 4
I
can
don't
be
think so.
Arsenal, City.
I think it's just
Newcastle,
Eddie
United
Howe just
right
having
now.
great tactics. I mean, he's
Eddie Howe is a fantastic manager, I have to admit. I thought Newcastle were actually going to get rid of him, you know. Like when the new owners and that come in, I thought that was it for him. But no, obviously, yeah, Chelsea, I love it. I love seeing that result. Let's just keep it up for a little bit longer.
Frederick, what's your
Third time in
Yeah,
about
what's your
10 years
thoughts,
you finished above
Bowles?
us.
What's your thoughts?
Yeah, muted.
Frederick,
You're on mute, my G.
No.
Who's the question for?
Yeah, I was on Hanno's channel in the end of his stream, and I said I was hoping for a Chelsea goal because for United I think it was better with a draw than a Newcastle win because for me Newcastle is a bigger threat than Chelsea for United right now. Chelsea are really shit. They want to be top 4 this season. Unless they need to get Harry Potter in, not Graham Potter. They got the wrong Potter there. If they want top 4, they need Harry Potter. They need some magic. I'm sorry.
I love that. No, that's brilliant. That's brilliant. Flair, what about you, man? What's your thoughts?
Yeah, as you said, I think
they need Harry Potter in.
Yeah, for me, I think Potter does need a bit of time. Obviously in the transfer window, and I think that he needs to maybe readjust his tactics and maybe consider signing some new stars to rebuild Chelsea. For me, I think that Chelsea have definitely lost what they had, and I think, as you said, these sort of teams are losing their eras and stuff like that, and I think that's it for Chelsea at the minute. They're going to have to rebuild a team which actually shows some strength, and I think that yeah, they're definitely going to need to get some more strength in.
Mate, they need another 300 million to splash the...
It will take seasons, as you said. It will take it like 2
They
seasons.
need another 500 million, Chelsea, man. That is funny, man.
Oh, mad. Have we spoken to
JBT, you
everyone
want to
on
ask
this
a question? Yeah. JBT, there's a question for you.
JBT, there is a question for you. What tactics is he deploying at Chelsea? I don't see what he's trying to do. What's your thoughts on that, JBT?
Give him
think
space.
he
This is not his team. He doesn't know what to do with these players. And even Tuchel said it. You know, you take me out, you're gonna see the same results. He wasn't lying. He was warning us, and no one wanted to listen.
He
But
was right at the end of the day.
But we'll see. Like I at least want Potter to have his windows to get the players. I mean, yeah, like Or said, it might be down to 280 mil, but how many of those players are picked up in injuries? Koulibaly keeps getting injuries reckless. Fafana is out. Kukurea is still there somehow, but it's not enough. And the our loanee or the person we got on loan, Potter doesn't want to start him.
Is
He doesn't want to
Cucurella
play
the
him
one
at
who
all.
wanted to hug Granit Xhaka when he plays you?
Yeah, that was the one who hugged him.
Ah, yeah, nice guy. Crap defender,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
nice guy.
It's okay. We finish above you all the time, so we can give
I
you
heard
one season.
Xhaka rated his hug. I heard that Cucurella, the reason why he wasn't getting enough attention at his own house, so he wanted a little hug. So Granit Xhaka was like, "Come here, lad. We'll give you a little hug."
It's okay. I think Shaka needed a hug after he started crying on that video, saying he blames the fans for his horrible time at Arsenal. So I mean, it's okay. I guess once he plays good, like
hold on a minute, Manny, go on.
No, I
I'll
just
let you
just a small pun here. It's clear to me that Mark is cuckoo for Granit Xhaka.
I like that.
And with the dad joke.
Has Aubameyang come out of Saliba's pocket at JPT?
I don't know. I mean, you guys are beating a dead horse. I mean, we're not even the club you have to focus on.
Bang.
It's but like, I'm still here. I'm not hiding.
I know. Big up JPT. Yeah. He's always a real one.
Big up, man.
He made sure that he come on.
Like I said, like Nathan, I told you, I watched the game perfectly in my state of mind because I was trying to make sense of what I was watching.
Trust me, man. I wish as well, bro. Right. So the last game, I believe, this one, Oris is rubbing his hands like he wants to go first with this one. It is his massive rivals. I'll start us off. Obviously, first of all, Manchester City won. Is this the last game? We're going on?
We got Liverpool as well this time, yeah.
We got Liverpool as well, right?
And Forest as well.
And Forest. Who did Forest play?
I believe Palace. Doesn't matter.
Oh yeah, we don't need to
Yeah,
do
they play
them.
Palace.
Do we need to do them?
Yes,
Van
the
de
Beek
Beek
are
doesn't matter, man.
brilliant.
You got
They are a bit
Van de
irrelevant,
Beek.
but it's quite
tomorrow,
local.
Van de Beek.
We
Quite
can do
local
them with
tonight.
tomorrow's ones, man.
Van de Beek, man. Save it for tomorrow.
Van de Beek, yeah. All right, well, Manchester City 1, Brentford 2. Oh, where do we start, man? Brentford. Ivan Toney. That's all I'm going to say. Ivan Toney. Baller. Absolute
Why is he not
baller.
in the squad?
Man
Why is
City.
he not in the squad?
I don't know why he's not in the squad
Pep
at
made
all.
late decisions.
It's mental. I don't think he can make any late decisions. I think that's the squad finalised now.
Unless someone gets injured.
I'm saying with Pep during the City game, like didn't he take too long to make changes to his 11? Like
I think
like,
so.
What was his first sub?
I actually can't remember when he's
It
first
was
subbed.
the 89th. It was like the 89th
It
or
was
88th
really,
minute.
really late, and then they scored quite late on Brentford. So obviously, big win for Brentford. Big win. Obviously, Arsenal made them look like a bit of a lighter team when we played them, and then we got to give them credit. They slapped United, slapped Chelsea. Did they slap Chelsea? Yeah. Was it Chelsea? Yeah. Slapped United, slapped Chelsea. Now drew against Chelsea. And then obviously now beat United. So respect must go on Brentford FC. They have been absolute brilliant when it comes to these big dogs. And they went to the empty had. Yes, I've said it. City fans, come after me. The empty had. And played well, Played really, really well. Let's first of all go on to Elliot, because I know he's not going to be as biased as the United fans we've got on. Obviously, what are your thoughts? City 1, Brentford 2. Are we really in for a shout at the title? Do you think we can win it? I know it's early.
You say it's not biased, but come on, man. We all wanted City to lose this game. If they could, and they have. So 5 points clear on top. After you winning as well. I mean, I'm shocked, really. I thought City would carry on, winning games as well, but no. Brentford turned it around for them. And yeah, crazy. I didn't really watch the game, but yeah, from what I've heard, terrible game for City, and Brentford just playing really well.
Do you think City will slip up when they go back to Brentford? Do you reckon that's the game that they could slip up on when they visit?
So what you're basically saying, Brentford bogey team for Man City? So
yeah, I actually do think maybe we could be Man City's bogey team. Hopefully, pick up points. That would be good if we can go to the Etihad and pick up points there. Then that would be that would know that we're actually pushing them, and we mean business.
I've also got to hop off now anyway, so I'll just quickly solo myself.
Yeah, shout out your Instagram.
Yeah, so follow me. Hang on, let me do something real quick. Yeah, so wait. Wait, let me solo it. Right, so yeah, go follow me. Go subscribe to my YouTube channel, which is BG Gritty. You can see over there, and also follow me on Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter, TikTok. You'll search BG Gritty and you'll find me. And yeah, also don't forget to subscribe to Restock's Football as well. I said Snapchat. And don't forget to subscribe to the Restock's Football. And also like the stream as well. And yeah, I hope everyone has a good night.
Yeah,
and
big up.
Big up, Elliot, man.
Elliot, remember what Elliot said. Please like, subscribe.
Man, follow him.
Hi, Elliot.
If you want to see him go on partying, follow him, man.
Big up, Elliot.
If you want to see the DJ sessions that he has on Instagram, trust me, they are quality and you need to check them out. Right. We will come to the Man United fan to the right of me. I'm joking, left of me. We'll start off with Oris. Oris, 2-1 to Brentford. What are your thoughts?
Obviously, Frederick will know what this means, but Haaland, and Bed Ragger. Mate, this guy, yeah. Frederick, you know what that means, right? Did I say that right?
What did you say?
Haaland, and Bed Ragger.
Yeah, no, I get it. Yeah.
And what's the translation for that?
And that means Haaland is a fraud. Because listen, for me, even a comment from Ryan right there, Haaland went missing, mate. He went missing. And this is what you get for rejecting Manchester United. This is before when he went to Dortmund. He rejected Man United because that stupid Roy Keane did to his father. What Roy Keane did to his father. And then, listen, this is what happens. This is what happens when you play for a shit club. But listen, Thomas Frank, big credits, man. Where's you, man? You got the tactics spot on. Thomas Frank, man. For me, I've always rated Thomas Frank in my opinion. I've always like given him credits. For me, I've never seen him as a bad manager. I think I've always rated him. Thomas Frank, man. Ivan Toney. Where did the banner go? Hang on. Ivan Toney, for me, you can ask everyone here. Bring this guy to Carrington. Bring him to Manchester United, man. We need Ivan. Listen, forget about Ronaldo, because Ronaldo apparently, you know what's so funny? He's not in the match day squad for tomorrow because he's illness. But then, if you go on his Instagram, he's putting pictures up with his daughters and all that. So for me, listen, I think Ronaldo just trying to save himself for the World Cup, which fair enough. But listen, Ivan Toney. Yeah, it just proves that Southgate is a clown, man. He did that. Ivan Toney knows what he's doing, man. He did this to show it to Southgate. So for me, Toney, man, filthy, man. Just keep going, man. For me, just keep doing what you're doing. Don't let obviously Southgate down, but just keep scoring your goals. And soon, hopefully, the Euros 2024, you will get called up for that. But listen, Toney, keep doing what you're doing. Fair play to. For me, Brentford defense, for me, they were solid, man. Solid to stop that fraud, Norwegian striker fraud, Haaland. So, yeah, Brentford's defense were spot on. So, yeah, man, listen, they got Brentford City. You'll always be a small club in Stockport, but, yeah, man. Frederick, do you want to say anything else to Norwegian, to Haaland?
Not to Haaland, but I do want to take a bit of criticism of Guardiola. I do think he made a huge bummer today. Foden have been really out of form recently. Mahrez came in the cup and played very well, and I did not see why he deserved to be benched today. If I were the coach, I would have played Mahrez today, and I think he would have done better than Foden. even though Foden scored a class goal, of course, I do think Mahrez could have done better.
100%. Obviously, Flair. I'm going to put
Blair,
Silver
what's your thoughts?
and then shout us all.
Oh yeah, shout out.
Good result for what game was it?
Man
City,
City, Brentford.
Oh yeah, good result for Brentford. Good play all game. I think Tony, man, needs that World Cup call, and it's a bit peak for Southgate not to do it, but there's always another World Cup for him to go to. So, obviously AFC.Fleur on Instagram, and yeah, thank you for having me on.
No worries, mate. Big up Flair. Does the thumbnail sometimes for Oris Talks Football. So big up your goddamn self. Manny, what are your thoughts on Manchester City versus Brentford? I think we're just going to leave this as the last game.
Yeah,
guys.
last game.
Yeah, this will probably be the last game. And I will definitely say that when it comes to, I think I will piggyback off what our Norwegian friend has just said. When it comes to tactics, Guardiola has pretty much gotten what he deserved, and City have gotten what they deserved. Because if you recall, of course, they thought they could wing it the way they did against Fulham, and they, of course, won it at the death with what was a very contentious penalty. You could say that this is karma working against them. And I think knowing Guardiola as well as I do, though, he will definitely look to pressure the owners to strengthen in a way if he has some issues with his squad. And he will obviously do a mid-term report card, if you will, on his players and see which of his players are, standing up to be counted. I actually think it might not be a bad idea if City actually go through a period where Haaland is rested, just to see if they can sort of cope without him. I know it might be a bit of a risky strategy, but it just goes to show that you cannot simply depend on this asset of yours being fit all the time. I mean, we've seen him play. That guy's a machine, an absolute horse in a way. It's as if he can run all day and not stop for breath or pull a muscle. I think it's fair to say that the closer you live to the North Pole, the more heat you have in your blood, or something like that. Maybe, I'm not too sure. So you sort of have an endless power supply. I don't know if you can necessarily agree with that, Fred, but maybe there might be something to that. I don't know, but he is a fine athlete. However, even the best athletes break down. And the best teams also have the best in terms of squad depth. There will be a period where if Haaland doesn't play, who will you play and who will get you the goals? And I think Frederick also hit the nail on the head when he says that maybe Guardiola is starting to have a few of his favourites, whom he trusts to play every single game, and sometimes they let him down. That really can't be the case. You've got to make sure that players are kept on their toes. And that's sort of the way it works. But again, knowing Guardiola as well as I do, he's not going to rest until he gets things right, and he's going to definitely look to whip his boys back into shape once they return from the World Cup. It's probably just as well that apart from Edison and maybe Stones and I think Gundogan, who should be going with Germany, I'm not too sure. Apart from those precious few, there aren't going to be too many people heading to the World Cup. Oh yeah, Foden and Grealish, obviously. But he will crack the whip in January. And that's why, as an Arsenal fan, and I hope you agree with me on this, Mason, as much as we have a right to celebrate being top of the league at Christmas time and 5 points clear, we know that the season isn't even halfway over.
Oh, good, yeah.
And we are going to have some games coming thick and fast. I mean, I don't know if it was sort of throwing that Carling Cup, that Carabao Cup
Blessing
game
in
was
disguise, maybe.
Yeah, a part of the master plan to avoid having that fixture congestion. I think that's really stupid in many ways and unethical. But sometimes maybe clubs feel as though if you want to make omelets, you've got to break a few eggs or something like that. And so that's why we can't rest on our laurels. We've got to make sure that we invest because City are going to invest. Chelsea will do a little bit of investing. I'm sure Tottenham will also look to try and maybe, adjust their squad. Maybe Conte will send out a few more players on loan who can't cut the mustard. So again, we need to use this as a period of reflection after the initial celebration, as will City. But City deserve to lose today. As for Brentford and Tony, well, what more can be said? I think Brentford are just that type of irritating team They perform above themselves against big teams, but come a cropper in games where they're expected to win, and that's what really frustrates me. But it also adds to the drama and the intrigue of the Premiership that we have teams like Brentford competing. So yeah, it's a bonus. I mean, I'm not going to be happy. I'm not going to look a gift horse in its mouth, but again, nothing can be taken for granted. We all know that. We've seen that year after year after year. And all we can do is just hope that we continue to do what we're doing. We continue to keep winning because we cannot allow ourselves to let up because City are not going to let us let up.
Of course, I just want to add on that by saying I love this game. Patrice Evra. But yeah, well, we're going to leave it here. We'll shout everyone out, of course. We'll start with Manny. Manny, shout out your Instagram, all your channels, etc. that you go on.
Oh, yes, please. Thank you very much indeed, Mason. Of course, big up to you and Norris Talks Football. Thank you very much indeed for having me on and always making me a big part of this network. Always happy to come on here and talk football with like-minded fans of all ages. We respect one another and we listen to what we have to say and we come to a resolution. We may not support the same team, but we all love the same game, and that's the most important thing. As well as this channel, you can find me on other channels on YouTube, mainly some Arsenal fan channels like Delboy Gunner TV, S. Featley TV, Tony Claude Gunner TV. I might be doing some more work with him soon. Danny AFC TV. You can catch us on Thursday nights, either chewing the fat or covering a few Europa League games or whatever. Huge shout out as well to some other fan channels, Chelsea Dan TV, Coach's Corner, of course, with Hanno Trollope. I do some really good work with him as well. Up the Cherries in all departments, a Bournemouth fan channel. I'll be doing a lot more work with them very soon. And just a few more that I really enjoy going on and talking and just going on as a football fan as opposed to being an Arsenal fan. The True Red Devils podcast, where I met Frederick. Shout out to David as well. I hope I'll get to do a stream with him as well very soon. Always enjoy talking with him, another old school fan. And this is something that gives me a great deal of happiness, knowing that I get to do something I enjoy. Socials, catch me on Twitter, Thungatherai1981, surname, my year of birth. Instagram, Manny Thungatherai1981, full name and my year of birth. Get in touch with me, talk to me about whatever you want, whether it's football or politics or anything you like. All I ask is be respectful. And in addition, enjoy your Sunday, take care of yourselves, be safe, be happy, don't do anything I wouldn't do. And for now, I'm out.
Absolute legend right there, Manny. Always a pleasure to have you on, as well as being a fantastic co-host, of course. Yeah. Well, Frederick, mate, shout out your socials.
The Red Frederick, as you see in the corner, Instagram and YouTube for the most. I also have a Twitter and Facebook, but not so active there. And sometimes I join the panel here and love it. And so thanks for having me on again.
And also Donny Van de Beek on Instagram as well.
Yeah, and on the bench for Man United.
Yeah. Big up yourself. Oris, I don't know whether you want to shout out your socials.
Well, I will. I mean, it's just the same thing, same name as the YouTube channel. So Twitter, obviously, you can see the banner. We do have Twitter. We created it, Oris630. Same thing for Instagram. Oris6Football for Instagram. And yeah, man, obviously, Mason, big up for hosting. Big up everyone in the comments as well. And yeah, obviously, I did announce, well, the video, I don't know, it seemed to be gone, but I did announce it that there will be different people, obviously, hosting it, hosting some streams for now, but World Cup content, obviously, it's the last weekend of Premier League, but after this, lots of World Cup content, hopefully. But yeah, big up everyone. Frederick, Manny, big up you guys, and yeah, man, great stream.
Big up. I'd just like to say, obviously, a little fun fact. It has been 5,000 plus days since Tottenham has won a piece of silverware. So I'll leave you guys with that. MK the Don 14. You can find me on Instagram, and also you can find me here. Big up to everyone who has commented, liked, smash that like, subscribe if you're new. Play that outro, my guy. Peace out.